Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, God, for redeeming Israel. As we think of our freedom, as we note in Mi Chamocha, our song, our prayer acknowledging that incredible gift, we recognize where that is not a shared universal experience. And of course, together as a community, we join in dismay and profound concern for the Ukrainian people as they navigate incredible uncertainty and fear for their safety and security as a result of the Russian invasion. And we link ourselves with all other peace-loving people and nations to decry Russia's blatant act of war, this violence that has already taken innocent life and will undoubtedly result in the senseless killing of countless others, no less the displacement of thousands upon thousands of those who call Ukraine their home. As Jews, we know well the complicated history of our people in Ukraine. The vicious Cossack massacres in the mid-1600s, resulting in the murders of 100,000 Jews and the destruction of over 300 Jewish communities, the greatest devastation in Jewish life up until the Shoah. And yet, Ukraine was also a place of our greatest spiritual revolution. Ukraine was the cradle of Hasidism, that mystical, introspective, transformative movement that liberated Jews from their despair and arguably became the greatest spiritual revolution in our history. The modern story of Ukraine bears witness to its own immense tragedies. During the years of Stalin and Hitler, more people were killed in Ukraine than anywhere else in Europe. Ukraine was one of the worst, if not the worst, site of Jewish annihilation, with an estimated 1.5 or 1.6 million Jews dead. And today, Ukraine is home to around 200,000 Jews, with some 30 Chabad houses, upwards of 16 Reform congregations. And of course, the current leader is Jewish. Here and in Chicago, and in particular at NSCI, we have a long connection to the former Soviet Union through our decades-long involvement with the organization Chicago Action, helping many Jewish families settle here. And we maintain a relationship that continues with the Jewish community in the town of Novograd-Volynski in Ukraine. We have many friends there. We also have many families here in our own community whose roots source to Ukraine or whose family still lives there now. If you're looking for ways to be of support, you can donate to the Joint Distribution Community, the World Union for Progressive Judaism, or look to our Facebook posting today for a number of other resources. Believe it or not, every contribution makes a real difference. And of course, so many of us are simply and understandably experiencing anxiety and fear at the prospects and implications of this war in and of itself. As a spiritual community, one of the key technologies we have at our disposal is prayer. And it seems fitting that we direct our hearts toward prayers for peace this night. As Rabbi Yehuda Kurtzer wrote today, I don't know whether I believe that our prayers work, but what is a human who does seek a better world than this? And what are we if we never ask? As such, it felt appropriate to turn to a prayer for peace written by Reb Nachman of Bratslav, whose grave many pilgrims still visit today in Uman, Ukraine. May it be your will, Holy One, our God and God of our ancestors, that you erase war and bloodshed from the world, and in its place draw down a great and glorious peace, so that nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. May all the inhabitants of the earth recognize and deeply know this great truth, that we have not come into this world for strife and division, nor for hatred and rage. We come here only to encounter you, eternal, blessed one. So may it be. And let us say, Amen. Amen.